Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition on PC in 4K.
And now the final battle is come. Marie is waiting for you, my friend. She knows what you have done. She knows everything. Marie has hoped all this time that you would save the world, and here you are, on the brink of it. You stand upon a knife edge. She has kept faith in you despite everything. Now you must fulfill your destiny, and the truth will out. I will help you, old friend. I will be with you in this, your moment of victory.
Oblivion, sempiternam, demonis.
Congratulations. You have done well, my friend. I see you have united the powers. Excellent.
We can now end this, once and for all. Come.
Yes. Let's bring an end to this charade. Finally, it is time for the truth. Let us remove our masks.
You are the Lord of the Necromancers. The final Lord.
Now you begin to understand. Yes, Gabriel. It was I who cast the spell that separated the earth from the heavens. I knew this would force my brothers and sister in heaven to contact the Order here on earth. The prophecy was their little ray of hope in the darkness. We Lords of Shadow, as you call us, have been impotent for far too long. Fixed in an uneasy truce for many centuries, each possessing our share of the power, but each unable to have mastery over the others. Until now. I grew so tired of these years of proliferation, a constant truce between the three of us, each unwilling to concede or cooperate with the others. They were too blind to see the potential in the power we held. If only it were combined. I desired that ultimate power and was prepared to probe the very depths of hell in search of knowledge to acquire it. I fought hordes of demons and became strong. Then a force so vast and terrible entered into me, expanding my knowledge of the dark arts until it reached unimagined heights. All I needed was someone to restore the luminous power of the spirits according to the prophecy, and you have been the perfect dupe. Of course, I couldn't arouse their suspicions that it was I who desired the power for my own. No, I used the prophecy as my cover. And you, my shining knight.
I will not allow you to stand in my way, Zobek.
I'm sure you won't. But you really have no say in the matter, my dear friend. I could quite easily kill you for your insolence, but fortunately, there is no need.
What do you mean?
The gauntlet will do it for me. As I told you, dark power is my dominion, forged in the pits of hell no less. There was just the small matter of the child and her protector. But you came through with flying colors. I needed your strength of will and courage to complete the quest, but I couldn't risk you becoming too powerful. I needed to control you at the end, once you had murdered them. I knew you would never be able to challenge me whilst wearing it. Poor little Claudia. Such a sweet thing.
No.
You have exceeded even my wildest expectations, killing and butchering your way to victory. There is a terrible darkness in you, my friend. Your burning desire to resurrect your darling Marie has blinded you to it. As you slept, I was able to influence you with this mask. But even I did not foresee the beast that lay within. It was all too easy to make you kill them. Your penchant for murder and death were insatiable. You just needed a little nudge, and off you would go in search of the one thing that could bring her back. Yes, Gabriel, now you finally understand. It was you who murdered your wife.
No! You lie! Bastard!
Search your soul, Gabriel. You know it to be true. I was worried she would reveal my charade to you at the lake. But it seems she had a false hope that even a killer such as you could redeem himself and save the world. Even the child, Claudia, could see her own demise at your hands. And yet she also trusted in you to the bitter end. Glorious, isn't it? God himself sees you for what you are. A cold-blooded murderer. Beyond redemption. Beyond hope. Let me free you of your heavy burden. Goodbye, old friend.
Hail, mighty Zobek.
Who's there? Who?
Don't you remember me? I came to you in the void. I granted you knowledge and power. Power that you could never have obtained on your own. Surely you haven't forgotten. In fact, I planted the idea for this whole elaborate ruse into your tiny mind in order to serve my own higher purpose. I no longer need your assistance. The power is now mine.
No! No!
I just can't seem to do fire right in games.
Father, I come for you. Before the end
You will bow down to me!
Gabriel. He's on his way. Come on, Gabriel. Gabriel. He's on his way out. Come to us, Gabriel. Take your time, Gabriel.
It is your time, Gabriel. Was promised. Don't be afraid. Come with us.
Don't be afraid.
Join us.
Get away from him. Don't wake him. Don't touch him. You cannot have him. If you take him, we are all lost. Darkness will triumph, and there will never, ever be peace or hope. We will be trapped here forever. Don't you see? We must grant him the power to go
Will
back.
he free us? Will we see the light that was promised?
I believe in him. His heart is pure. He is our last hope. Our only hope.
It is your time.
Don't be afraid. Come to us.
It is your time, Gabriel. Don't be afraid. Come with us. Join us. Gabriel.
There's
So-
really wash down there.
He has abandoned you too. So be it. Join me. I will love you more than he. I was adored once above all others. I too didn't deserve to be cast out, abandoned. Now you know what that feels like, don't you? Hate can bring us back, give us strength, embrace it.
It is what is in men's hearts that he cares about. He loves you as he loves me. We have only to ask for forgiveness deep within ourselves and be welcomed back.
You monkeys don't deserve redemption. It is my divine right to rule by his side as an equal, or perhaps more than that.
You would rather rule in power and might than to offer forgiveness and love. This is why you are cast out, unholy one.
You dare to challenge me? You will die for your blasphemy. Your soul belongs to me. God doesn't love you. He let your beloved die. You have been fooled, Gabriel. She is gone forever. Bow down to me. It's Satan who commands you. Surely you can do better than that, Gabriel.
Didn't Pam teach you anything? Surrender your weapon, and I'll show you mercy. God doesn't love you. He let your beloved die. Impossible! Is that the power of God? You have been fooled, Gabriel! She is gone forever! Bow down to me! It's Satan who commands you! Surrender your weapon, and I'll show you mercy! Surely you can do better than that, Gabriel! Didn't Pam teach you anything?
Ah, damn it.
Surrender your weapon, and I'll show you mercy! Didn't Pam teach you anything? Impossible! Is that the power of God? Damn you, Gabriel! I will wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever! You think you can defeat me? wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever!
You think you can defeat me? Damn you, Gabriel! Die, Belmont! You think you can defeat me?
Ah! Son of a bitch.
Die, Belmont!
I will wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever!
Damn you, Gabriel! Die, Belmont!
I will wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever!
You think you can defeat me? No! Stay back from me.
Take your hands off me, murderer. Your soul is damned.
I ask forgiveness and mercy for those that I have wronged. What I did unknowingly. Yet I would change everything if I could.
He isn't listening, Gabriel. Your fate is fixed.
Every man has the power to repent. I have faith in that. Forgive me. Forgive me, my God.
I will have such fun with your Marie. I will introduce her to such pleasures.
Her soul will go only to him. Once I have finished with you, Angel.
Highlander? There can be only one!
My love.
Alive? No. I do not want this. Why has my life been given back to me?
It is your fate. You have been given back what was wrongfully taken from you. To repent your sins. To make amends.
But without you...
You freed them all. You saved us all, my Gabriel.
I couldn't save you.
I knew I could not tell you, or despair would have eroded your resolve and everything would have been lost.
Oh, you're lying to me. That's a normal relationship.
You, hoped that you would be strong enough to free the world, and you did not let me down.
I am not worthy of your faith. Your love. I am nothing.
You are a good man, Gabriel. You are as God intended. Fallible. Great things. I loved you then, as I love you now. I see before me a man who has regained God's favor, and who has my forgiveness, and the forgiveness of all the lost souls of this world.
Right, that looks like I'm tired of you talking.
You have saved us all, and you have saved yourself.
Yeah, your mother's not a bitch. I'm sorry I said that. Just don't invite her back to the Christmas party. Oh, that's because I didn't take out the garbage last Saturday.
The mask is a powerful device. It allows us to see through God's eyes.
Can it really bring the dead back?
Yes. Look. It is too late for me, my love. I cannot come back.
No. No, don't go.
It is my time. The light is calling. I am not afraid.
Please, stay. Stay with me.
It's beautiful, Gabriel. So beautiful. It's calling to me. Calling.
I love you, Marie. I love you. Forgive me.
Oh, I'm not good enough to go to your friend's party, huh? I see how you are. Well, I had a plan B, but I kind of killed her too. Hey, sorry about stabbing you. My bad. Oh, you're going to that party too? God damn you. What? She took the cool mask and left me with the old crappy one? Yeah. Alright, so. That was Castlevania Lords of Shadow, a game very much different from the mainstream Castlevania games, and you can tell. This is a different story told by with different Belmonts in a completely different way. So really, it's not really a Castlevania game per se. It has a couple of things that it shares from Castlevania, but I think the story is so divergent that it's not really in the Castlevania, canon. But I will say at least Konami at this time was taking some chances with Castlevania. They were selling really well on Game Boy Advance and 3DS, but on consoles they weren't doing so hot. Mainly because they were always trying to work in this 3D angle and figure out how 3D was going to work in a Castlevania universe. But as we've seen, 2D games are selling, really well. Maybe not as well as like an online multiplayer game, but certainly well enough for the Castlevania, the genre, the adventure genre. You can tell that this game, it's so rooted in the religious faith, which Castlevania has never really touched on that much. They've really always been straightforward tales of killing monsters. Whereas here, this is kind of woven into the fabric of faith and its philosophy. I think that's fine. It's just doesn't match the rest of the series. Certainly, this was met with a fair amount of praise when it came out. Also, with a fair amount of criticism. For me, this game sits right in the middle. I think it has a lot of good things. I think all of the graphics and the sound are really well done, but it sort of falls flat on the gameplay surface. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of a delay in the controller response, and there are times when it demands more responsive gameplay from you, but the game itself is not responsive. That's not to say that you can't get things done. Obviously, you can play through the entire game and you can make adjustments to its precision. But I feel that Castlevania games should be more precise. And so far, attempts at making Castlevania 3D have just not had that same precision. Even with Castlevania 64 and its and Legacy of Darkness, I think those are they're certainly not better games. That's for sure. I will play the sequel as well. We'll go through that, where you actually play as Dracula. Here, Dracula was just sort of a footnote. You never even got to meet him. Which is okay. Castlevania games don't necessarily have to end with Dracula as the boss. And they always haven't. In fact, some of the best games in the series didn't end with Dracula. I would say the positives, again, it's the art and the sound. The creature design is actually pretty good, I think. On the negatives, it's the camera. The camera is abysmal in many parts of the game. I'd say about 60% of the camera is not great, and 40% it seems appropriate. I'd say the gameplay is it's not quite responsive enough. If they had spent some more time tightening it up a bit, I think probably would have been a better product. But they had already spent a number of years making this game, so I'm not sure how much more time they would have needed. I'm glad that they attempted to do the whip in 3D. It's not quite how I would have liked it to control, but it's okay. I think general people will walk away happy with the experience, though. So it's worth playing. Just bear in mind that it's certainly not the best Castlevania you'll play, but it's also not the worst. Always that guy's crotch. Yeah, it's a little disturbing design.
An unusual hiding place for the Prince of Darkness. Don't you think?
Zobek.
Yes, old friend. It is I.
Where have you been all this time?
Out there. Amongst the living. And what of you? Why have you been hiding all this time? Gabriel.
Don't you dare call me that. E Sint Dracul.
No doubt, you once were. But alas, look at you now. A mere shadow of your former self.
Shadow, am I? What do you want, old friend?
Satan's acolytes are readying for his imminent return. He is unlikely to welcome both of us with open arms. Don't you think? Help me stop him. Or you and I will become his favorite pets. For all eternity. It is time to get out of this wretched tomb you have made for yourself. Stop skulking in the shadows. Don't you care that he will enslave you? I know what it is you yearn for.
I cannot die. Yet. I cannot live.
Help me, and I can free you of your immortality. Soon, old friend. Soon. It will be over.
And you can see they didn't really go with that at the end of the game, at the beginning of the next game. But can also see why I don't really consider this a normal Castlevania game. It doesn't make sense that Belmont would become Dracula. So, and all of this faith-based story is also not very Castlevania at all either. But you have to understand where the director was from and where he's coming from, and that sort of explains why the game's story is the way it is. However, bearing that in mind, I think most people will still like it. I think probably it's sort of, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, this one's a little lower on the scale for me. It's more like a 4, but I think it's still worth playing, and it's only a 4 because I said the game is a little bit too long. So a lot of the control issues, which, you know, had it been a shorter game, I think you wouldn't have noticed, but because you spend so much time playing the game, and the bosses are so long, and the stages are so long, that all of those little things about the control and the camera really start to get to you, and ultimately, you know, it brings the rating down. Plus the overly preachy ending, you know, makes it feel like Sunday school and not a video game. You know, had those elements, I think, been fixed, I think I would have given this a 7. You know, it would certainly rate up higher, but it gets knocked down quite a bit just for those reasons. Once again, though, this is audap, and you've been watching Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition on PC in 4K. We will play the sequel, and we'll see you there. Hope you enjoyed watching. Yeah, I'll see you at the next stream.